I hope everyone likes the new intro because I spent most of Saturday on it. You know, time continues to be an agent of chaos out here. On Tuesday, we spent the entire day changing a saw blade. One blade, the entire day. How does that happen? Well, I can hazard a guess. It appears to me that with every utility and comfort you build into your homestead, you are simultaneously adding a chore to your week.
This is my biggest treasure, my greatest prized possession. The only thing that's left I truly own. So if there's no pot of gold at the end of this here rainbow, no record, man, you'll never own my song.
Hey.
Hey. You see the bones back here?
Yeah. They go kind of all the way up this channel. But some pretty good ones. The Valley of Bones continues to
Produce bones.
produce bones.
He's like, I never get them.
Ugh. Well, I think our morning now turns to doing the adult stuff.
Some more cover.
Yeah, no more adventuring. We need to start in on our cladding. Day 2 of cladding.
I'm excited.
Me too. You know,
I think we can get the whole back half done.
I do too. I was even...
If it does like yesterday, if the clouds stay away till the evening comes, that'll be great.
It'll be nice. We'll get all our stuff charged.
Mm-hmm.
Day will be nice and warm. We'll get a lot of progress done. But we'll see. We'll see what the day brings.
Yeah.
Right now we don't have anything that's suddenly popped up that demands our attention.
Not yet.
But that may not be the case in another couple hours. We'll see.
All we do is work.
Yeah, no, there's still a lot of exploring to do around here.
Yeah.
So, another day.
You keep telling me that.
Yeah. Well, I was really hoping...
I tried to put in for my PTO request.
Denied, huh?
Yeah, you told me that Human Resources said no.
Yeah, we're going into the holiday season. We're just gonna need all hands on deck, so everybody's got to do their part for the company.
For the 80 Nevada company.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the plan. We want to do mixed medium cladding. We're going to cover most of the foam with plywood that we paint black to match the trailer's trim. I'm hoping at a glance the trailer will look like it's rising right out of the dirt. Then on the back, front, and pop-outs, we're using these corrugated sheets of metal to add an accent that I think will patina nicely. Overall, it should go with our desert punk style and give the very necessary skirting a very purposeful look. But the issue I ran into out the gate was bending the metal. What I wanted to do was crimp it over the top of the wood to ensure water runoff, but getting a uniform bend across 8 feet of metal proved to be beyond me. And believe me, I tried everything I could think of. Here's hoping someone watching can chime in with an I can't believe we didn't think of that solution.
Look at this thing. It's like a really old blade here.
Yeah.
The weight of this blade tells me how old it is. It's got a lot more weight than the new blades. So on today's episode of How Was the Day Wasted, today we started off with high hopes on getting the project complete, and ran into an issue
that we kind of knew about. We needed a table saw. So what we ultimately decided to do was get this railing system, and we went and priced those out. And as it turns out, those things are way too expensive. It's $95 for the rails, $149 for a brand new table saw.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Okay, this is our visitors for today. So yet again,
We'll pause. All right. What's it?
So, the internet has told us that
One of our subscribers, right?
one of our subscribers, I'm pretty sure it's a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you should be subscribed.
But
Okay.
he suggested.
That if we set the skill saw to 3/4 of an inch, and that's what we got it set for now. There's a full inch, a half inch, and we've got it in the line right between that.
All right.
Okay, so that means our blade only comes down
3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch.
Right.
Okay, our particle board is 3/4 of an inch thick.
Mhm.
It's probably about half, maybe.
I think it's close to the one that is the bottom.
Yeah, no, this one.
Oh yeah, half for sure.
This is about half. It just looked like it was like when I do this. Oh, it is going through a little bit, huh? Okay. Well, then let me
Adjust.
adjust. Just barely going through.
We want to be just barely grazing that board that's under us, right?
Yeah. So
I think you want a little bit more.
there,
No, down a little bit more.
down a little bit more.
Because you want to clear it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, keep going down a little bit.
that's clear.
Okay. It's like, there you go.
Okay. Then I'll lock this guy down. Okay, so a half inch is where we're at then.
All right.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that doesn't come up. So we are locked into a half inch here.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, we've got this particle board under it. The particle board doesn't go all the way through, but it's where we're going to be cutting that matters. Well, once we see if this works,
We're going to get a big old piece of particle board.
we'll get a big piece of particle board, and that'll kind of become our
Make
cut board.
ourselves a cutting table.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, so that's trick one of cutting a big piece of board.
Yeah, I knew we were doing this. I don't think I knew what we had a trick two up our sleeves.
Oh yeah, so trick two.
Okay, so trick number two.
So trick number two is getting this. Is it gonna be in the way right here?
I was gonna say, is that
Yes. Okay. Let me.
the same gonna need to happen down here?
I think that one might be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the second idea is we have clamped down this 2x4, and I'll run the skill saw along it, and hopefully that will force a straight line cut.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do in all things here. Now let's see if we.
That's where we had our snag. But nice.
And this thing is
We barely grazed it.
barely grazed.
This
So
is a for sure keeper.
this is a game changer. That's a
Yeah.
great trick.
You know we don't play, stay out the way. Check out this look on my face. I'll come save the day. Give me my cape. Look at I'm flying away.
pretty good for day 2.
Yeah.
We might finish this in, well, I mean, the week's almost over, but.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we'll get through this by the end of next week for sure.
Yeah. So we did a little more salvaging. So today, when we went over, there was a myriad of things that she had. Cool railroad lights. I think they're railroad or power lines, but this really thick, cool textured glass. And these are gonna be great lights. This light reminds me of the Ghostbuster light on the thing that held all the souls.
I like the one with the cage a lot too.
The one with the cage is really cool too. So all 3 of these lights are something that we want to kind of put back together. I think this guy goes like this.
Oh, that makes sense.
A sign or something.
Cool boxes.
We got these cool ammo crates. Both of these crates say that they used to hold rockets for a rocket launcher. Which is super cool. Now it's got a bunch of rando stuff in it. But the boxes themselves are cool. This is a resistal. I don't know what that is. But made in Texas and then sold out of a shop here in Winnemucca.
Yeah.
I just want to get it redone. And if it'll fit me, then I'm going to be wearing it.
You said it was a little tight?
It's a little tight right now.
I bet it can get stretched.
But I think it could get stretched, and they'll redo the bill around it and clean it up a bit. We grabbed this. Oh, and the eyes light up.
Whoa.
Frightening, realistic.
Wow.
I grabbed this for obvious reasons. Obviously, I want to do cool stuff with fog for 80 Nevada, and now I have some production value. I can do some like late night murder stuff, or I can do.
We talked about. This is my favorite one.
This is Athena's favorite thing.
Yeah.
We got all of these. So, on first glance,
I just saw.
you know, these things just kind of appear like, seem like they're just glass discs. You know, like, what good is this glass disc?
Could be like a table topper, probably originally or something.
It
like
was
that.
probably, on a Lazy Susan. And then you start seeing these ones here.
Very cool.
Super cool. So we got this white one here.
We got a nice frosted. This one. This
This
one.
blue one here.
Look at that. Turn it to the other side. There's texture.
Oh yeah, there's texture on the back of both of these here.
Is that one like that too?
Oh no, this one's opaque.
Smoother.
But then that's the blue. Another clear.
Mm-hmm. This one.
Red. Then another white one.
A couple more
Another
frosted.
frosted one.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's really cool.
But these are excellent lighting features
In a building.
in a building. For in a cob house, they could be windows if we do some earth bag stuff, maybe some compressed earth stuff.
Athena's studio.
At your studio for sure. These will be amazing windows that allow light to come in, and we can even get them to where the light crosses over each other a little bit, creating fractals to create different subcolors.
They're so nice that part of me is like, they go somewhere, something happens in like the big house, the forever house.
Yeah. No, they're worth saving. Let's see. How old do you think this is? That large eggs were 69 cents for a dozen.
2019.
2019. This is Elko.
And Albertsons, huh? Tomato soup, 3 for $1. What's
Yeah.
the date on that? Is there one at the top?
No date.
59 cents a pound for turkeys.
Cross rib steak, $1.89 a pound. Man, all these prices make me real sad.
Is that a chuck steak for $1.59?
All right. Well, no, I think I'm gonna try to do some editing tonight. Well, here will be the telltale sign of whether or not I started editing tonight. If at the beginning of this episode the intro is upgraded.
Oh.
Right? I wanted to. So October was me learning some stuff, and the idea behind that was, now that I'm moving into November and beyond, I want to polish our intro and outro for the channel and just make them a little nicer. So if this week's intro and outro are updated and look like they've got a nice shiny coat of paint on them, that means I started editing tonight. If they're the same intro and outro that you're used to seeing on most of our episodes, that means I started editing tomorrow. All right, anyway, I'm gonna get the garage clean and get all this stuff out of here, and then we'll see about starting editing.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
You know, when I sat down to edit on Sunday, there was a brush fire in Golconda. This is what it looked like 5 hours later when I left to go help fight it. I got back at 3 a.m. that night, and as Athena and I talked about the fire, I realized that it's not time that I'm annoyed with at all. I'm enjoying every hour spent out here, there's just not enough of them. Yet, for months now, I've been feeling like time is being stolen from me. But last night, it finally dawned on me. This is going to sound gross to some, and a younger Jason would absolutely hate it, but I think I might be happy.